Listen to this tremendous summation.
Their opponents from Detroit, Michigan, and opponents of Hollywood.
What did you think of their fight song? The kind of the farty American band song.
It's like a parody almost, isn't it? You know, it's like these two guys, they wear college gear. Let's give them a college theme tune. That's the best we can do.
They're hitting 40. And they're still like,
It's like
college
fucking
boys, you know?
Dawson from Dawson's Creek.
Like you said, they're farty.
Marching band songs, yeah.
The state
Like
of it.
16-year-olds play your music.
Bob Backlund would be happy with a theme tune like that.
I think Gorilla must have told Brain that he's going to knock him out about 24 times. I'm like, he is getting under your skin tonight, mate. He's the absolute best.
Is that the 90s version of To the Moon?
Yeah, really impressed with these boys on Raw, but they didn't have a huge amount to work with. Yeah, they broke out some nice moves, nice suplexes. The Frankensteiner at the end, even though it was a little unsafe, it's still fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, not too happy with this one.
Are you a fan of the Beverleys?
No.
Were you a fan back in the day?
No, huge mark, obviously, but didn't care about them. They were heels, but they were never a threat.
And the Steiners?
Yeah, loved them, yeah. And was really pissed off when I think the Quebecers beat them for the title.
January 24th, the Royal Rumble. I'm going to call it Marty Jannetty Day.
After following one of the most iconic moments in wrestling history, this should have been the hottest angle in the whole world, and it turned into a bit of a damp squib, and mainly it's because of my boy Marty.
Oh,
Yeah.
your boy.
I know. Because he just has no charisma.
Steve, this must be devastating.
It is. Like, to me, he's charismatic to me. But in the more general sense.
At a San Jose TV taping, Marty Jannetty was found passed out drunk in the locker room and was fired immediately. As it turned out, Marty was just asleep. Sean lied about it as he was pissed over him selling the wrong shoulder.
Whoa. Hold on, you could just go up and be near him, and the second he opens his mouth, if there's a bang of gargle, then he's locked, you know?
Like, you're just going to take his word for it. Poke him with a stick or something, you know? And like somebody...
He smells evil.
They walk out of the locker room, slam the door, and like, do they not hear Marty? What? Sorry, what the hell's going on?
What an absolute cunt. Like, holy shit.
Mr. Perfect told the WWF, hey, Sean was fibbing. And so Jannetty was brought back 4 months later to take Sean's Intercontinental Championship belt.
I love how in wrestling, to solve real world issues, you take their kayfabe belt. But it's like, it's not how it worked then, because Sean moved up the card and Marty is a mid-card champion. So, fucking wrestling, man. Whew.
In fitting kayfabe and shoot, Mr. Perfect was there to make sure that Sean dropped the belt. So that was quite nice as well. If you're wondering what happened to Sherry Martel, she'd bounce around with whomever Sean feuded with. In this case, since Marty's out, it's Tatanka at Mania.
Buffalo.
Gorilla says, what a nasty person after seeing the flame tats on Bam Bam's head. Yeah, nice stereotyping, dickbag.
Yeah. I just want to mark out here, I think the Big Boss Man is one of the absolute greats. Such a good wrestler, moves really quick, really smooth. He looks good, makes other wrestlers look good, has a really famous gimmick, has so many famous feuds from over the years. I think if he was in wrestling nowadays, he'd be an absolute top guy champion.
And his wrestling buddy was the best of them as well.
Yeah.
It's wrestling footy.
Yeah, it had the shades and everything.
I've just put
It
some
was a
over
great
the top.
likeness. Yeah, great likeness.
Didn't he lose a lot of weight when he came back as like the kind of SWAT team boss boob, didn't he?
Shield 0.1.
Yeah, very much.
Definitely.
Oh, a bit of B squared as well.
Yeah.
My boy Ball giving him a job. Ooh.
And the dog shitting in the Hell in the Cell as well.
Oh my god, yeah. And he killed Al Snow's dog and fed it to him.
He's rubbing shoulders with Road Dogg, Midian, and Chaz.
Kevin Dunn was pretty good 25 years ago, wasn't he? Yeah.
Brett calls himself the People's Champion, and Razor calls Hitman the People's Choice. Steve, what bar are Brett and Razor?
Well, Jay, Razor Ramon is wearing his red and yellow jocks and Jay Hunter waistcoat.
Yeah.
So he
Shit, stop getting him over.
So he is an original flavor packet of hula hoops.
Yeah, I like it. And the hoops can be gold.
Yes.
Hitman goes for it, and Razor immediately works and schwabs to escape, first via the ropes and then pulling the ref to bumble over Brett, which is a great heel escape. Razor dominates for a decent chunk until Hart escapes a bear hug by biting the face. Quite heelish, but Gorilla condones it, saying it's okay if the title's on the line. Brett passes him by and sits down and he's like,
Maybe that's why he was drunk the next night in Raw, because he had to drown his sorrows for being left hanging on live TV.
Yep.
Live.
It's your main event. The 1993 Royal Rumble match. I got a lot of Sean Mooney hyping the Rumble during the countdown before the pay-per-view. 30 participants entering every 2 minutes. It's 1993, so no mention of both feet hitting the floor. First time ever, the winner gets a WWF title shot at WrestleMania 9. But no, because next year they don't also get a shot at Mania 9. Mooney stresses both the promise of the Rumble and its uncertainty. Rivalries may flare up, or they might not even see each other. You might last over 60 minutes, like Ric Flair did last year, or not, like Bushwhacker Luke, which is still hilarious because he continues to Bushwhacker bounce after he leaves.
Yeah.
And the promise of high-stakes drama. Whopper job. And I was like, God, I love the Rumble. It's my favourite match.
It's my favourite gimmick, my favourite match, WWE's greatest creation.
Yeah, well done, Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
Jeez, can of Coke, mate. What's like French can of Coke?
Coffee Coke that you bought in France.
It's exactly how you think it would taste, so I can't complain. Oh, I can't believe, because Flair's out the door. You trading Ric Flair for Duckers?
Give me Macho Brett at Mania, please. I'd actually go back and watch Mania 9 if Macho Brett was the main event.
It's like, oh my God, they're going crazy for the Raw commentator. The big lads schmoz into the ring and Taker gets chokeslammed. That was nice, give you your finisher. It looked terrible. And Gonzalez walks off, and I was like, as soon as he left, this match, fucking hell.
Yeah. It's like half of this match built up to this one spot so that Taker could throw out like 4 or 5 guys, and they have the spot, which is really good. But then, like you said, after this, just the building phase for 30 more minutes as they build up the numbers for Yoko.
Yep.
I think Yoko is like, I need a way to wrestle while lying down. Work around it.
This is where I am. You gotta do something, because I ain't getting up until that bell rings.
In all fairness, he probably just wants to get out of the ring so we can go and have some chicken somewhere.
Catch up with the old Colonel Sanders.
But he's like, I did burn about 17 calories so far, I have to eat 7,000.
He's gonna see the moth, Wendy.
I would have thought Yoko would have slept more like a cow and never lied down when he slept or rested, because it's so difficult to get back up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fuji just comes out with his prying broom.
Or a shotgun.
Yeah, or the fucking cattle.
No, at that weight, it's just like a mild sexual stimulant. So, what do you think of the match?
It's the worst Royal Rumble I can remember.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awful. You had Flair, you had Perfect, you had Taker, you had Yoko, you had Savage. 5 out of 30 ain't bad. It just seemed to be paced completely wrong. Go early with Flair and Perfect. Taker's only in there for a few seconds. And then at the end you have Yoko and Savage looks like an idiot. And between it all, we've got Tatanka, Tugjob, Martel,
Nasty Boy Sags.
yeah, Nasty Boy Nobs, Tenryu, Carlos Colon. And like... like...
Buried.
I'm not sure if I've seen... I know you want me to watch it and you've talked about it loads of times, Royal Rumble 97. I don't think I've seen that one. So maybe I need to watch that to put it in perspective. But this is, as I said, the worst Rumble I've seen.
It was a long Rumble. One of the longest ones I can think of, actually. I thought that the opening couple of minutes were pretty good because they had Flair. Backlund, who's not over, but he's a fine worker. They had Perfect, they had $1 Million Man. Then Taker came out. And then they had that middle portion where Taker just cleared everybody. And then they had his showdown with Giant, which was cool. And then just off a cliff, nothing happened for the next 25 minutes. And then the end of the Rumble, which is meant to be the best part, where the big names come out, the people who can win. And they did not. So I absolutely wouldn't call it one of the worst Rumbles I've seen, but it's a bad Rumble.
Which is hard to do.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I agree. Giant Gonzalez murdered this match. I was enjoying this match. He came, he went, and holy shit, they ran out of stars at number 17. And each entrance was a hard 2 minutes as well. It's at a minimum 2 minutes. In a year that desperately needed the opposite. Yeah, and that finish, fucking hell. But I'm glad they stuck with Yoko, keeping him strong, heading into the WrestleMania 9 main event. And he got bum rushed out for Caesar and Cleopatra to Hawk, the fucking tourist destination. That's rough. So yeah, let's take it to the aftermath. Gorilla, take a hike. Gorilla's like, I'm out of here. And Heenan's like, don't go just yet. I have to ask you something.
I think you can tell that the both of these guys actually like each other.
Oh, yeah, man.
And it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, like when Heenan was inducted in the Hall of Fame, it was like, man, this night's perfect, but I just wish Gorilla was here.
Oh.
Yeah. Bartlett, the insufferable Pratt, follows up with, Macho's very serious. I saw him writing a letter to Jodie Foster. Bobby's like, what's he talking about? Like, there's no jokey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's, what the fuck are you talking about?
Bartlett buries Kamala for the entirety of this match.
What was you saying?
He's fat, he's useless, he's terrible, he's stupid, he doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm like, he's the baby face who's trying to get over with the fans. Come on, mate.
Who are you, Colonel Parker? Colonel Parker? You mean the guy that makes the brown serve rolls? No, I'm not Colonel Parker. You gotta, let's see what he has to say.
Vince is annoyed by both wrestlers, Flair and Perfect, being so cagey, but Heenan schools him, saying the first man to make a mistake loses.
Yeah.
And he has none of it as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. It makes perfect sense. Like,
nope.
Like who loses this match loses their job. So you don't want to fuck up.
A special proclamation about to be delivered here by Caesar and Cleopatra.